Have you ever wondered why some words seem to fall flat while others move heaven and earth? It is because not all words are equal. Some words are mere sounds that pass like whispers in the wind. But others, the sacred ones, are vibrations, carrying the exact frequency of wealth. Florence Scovel Shinn once wrote that your word is your wand. And what is a wand but a conductor of power, directing unseen forces? You see, when you speak without intention, you scatter your energy. But when you declare, with precision, with alignment, and with faith, the universe cannot delay its response. Now let me tell you this. There are 7 words, ancient and timeless, that act as a signal to wealth. 7 words that move through the invisible corridors of divine law and awaken a response so swift it can feel like money appeared out of thin air. But before I share them with you, pause for a moment. Ask yourself, have I been using my words as commands or as complaints? Because every statement you speak is either opening the gate of wealth or locking it tighter. And this is why you are here, not by accident, but by destiny's alignment. You found this message because your soul was ready to step into the power of commanding, not begging, declaring, not wishing. You see, most people plead with life. They say, I hope things get better. I pray something changes. I wish money would come. But the universe does not respond to hope, or begging, or wishful thinking. It responds to clear, unshaken decree. Florence said it plainly. Man's word is his wand filled with magic and power. And when spoken with belief, it creates instantly. So as you listen today, don't just take notes. Don't just nod along. Speak with me. Because these 7 words are not meant to be studied. They are meant to be spoken. And once you speak them, your subconscious, your energy field, and the divine systems all begin to move as one. Now, why 7 words? 7 has always been the number of spiritual completion. 7 days of creation. 7 colors of the spectrum. 7 notes in the scale. 7 seals of revelation. To speak 7 words of power is to complete a circuit, to close the gap between desire and manifestation. And I must warn you, once you hear them, you will feel something stir inside you. It is the remembrance of who you really are, a co-creator, a divine commander, but channel of prosperity. But first, let me give you a test. Say this with me right now. I am ready for wealth now. Did you feel the shift? Those are not yet the 7 words, but they carry the same rhythm. And that rhythm is the secret. It bypasses delay. It activates the law of immediate correspondence. And let me make this clear. Your destiny does not require years of waiting. The moment you align word with belief, the universe delivers. That is why so many who stumble on this truth see results in days, even hours. So as we go deeper, keep this in mind. We are not just talking about words. We are unlocking a command code. If you believe that wealth is circling closer, even as you listen. I want you to type in the comments below. My words are law. Wealth obeys me. Seal it, and watch how quickly alignment begins to appear in your life. And if you haven't already, subscribe now, because this journey we are on is not random, it is a calling. Every video here is a piece of the larger map leading you back to your original design. Wealthy, aligned, unstoppable. Now, breathe deeply. Feel your spirit wake up, because the 7 words are waiting. And once spoken, they cannot be unheard. They cannot be reversed. They will mark you as one chosen to command wealth by divine law. Beloved, listen carefully, for what I am about to reveal is the reason the water law works with such astounding speed. It is not enough that water carries your decree. No, water does more. Water magnifies. Water echoes. Water returns multiplied what it has received. Think of the ocean. A single drop of rain falls, and yet that tiny drop joins an endless body. It does not remain a drop. It becomes part of something greater. When you speak your decree into water, you are not speaking into a small glass. You are speaking into the very sea of creation. Your words ripple outward, joining the infinite, and then returning to you, multiplied. This is why I call it divine science, not superstition. Scientists have discovered that water holds memory. Its molecules shift and form patterns according to what they are exposed to: music, words, even emotions. If it can remember, then surely it can multiply. For memory is the seed of multiplication. When you say, I command wealth to flow to me by divine law, under grace, in perfect ways, into a glass of water, you are planting not one seed, but many. Every molecule becomes a seed carrying your decree. And when you drink it, millions of seeds rush into your being, carried by blood, breath, and spirit. This is why the results often seem overnight. For you did not plant one seed, you planted a forest. Now let me reveal to you a mystery hidden in plain sight in Scripture. Water always preceded multiplication. The Red Sea parted before freedom. Water became wine before celebration. Wells were opened before prosperity. The widow's oil, poured out into jars, flowed like water until every vessel was filled. Do you see? Wherever there was water, there was increase. Wherever water appeared, multiplication followed. And so it is with you. When you speak into water, you summon the law of multiplication. You invite wealth to not just arrive, but to arrive pressed down, shaken together, and running over. Pause with me, dear one. Imagine your own life right now. Imagine your bank account as a dry riverbed, waiting for the flood. Imagine your opportunities as thirsty soil, waiting for the rain. And then imagine water, glowing, alive, carrying your decree, pouring into every crack, every corner, every hidden place. See it rushing in, filling, overflowing, multiplying. Now whisper with me. I activate the water law. My decree multiplies in ways I cannot yet see. Say it, believe it, let it flow. And if you wish to anchor this truth deeper, write it in the comments. I activate the water law, and my decree multiplies. Your words will not only program your water, but also program your environment, your future, your unseen helpers. And I must remind you, if you have not yet subscribed, this is your moment. This channel is a river, and each teaching is a drop that together becomes a flood of wisdom. Step into the flow. Don't stand on the shore. Tonight, my beloved, we have spoken of water as the carrier and water as the multiplier. Now we must speak of time. For even the greatest decree, if spoken without regard for timing, may be weakened. But when spoken at the appointed hour, it becomes irresistible, unstoppable, undeniable. Do you know why this is so? Because your subconscious mind is a gateway. And that gateway is most open, not in the noise of the day, but in the stillness of transition. The twilight moments before sleep, and the dawn moments before waking. At night, as you prepare to lay your head, your conscious guard begins to soften. The chatter of the mind grows quiet. The heart grows receptive. And in that stillness, your subconscious listens as though it were the only student in the room. Whatever you whisper, it writes in its book. Whatever you decree, it engraves on its walls. So when you speak your decree into water at night, I command wealth to flow to me by divine law, under grace, in perfect ways. And you drink it, you are engraving your destiny at the very moment the gate is most open. And as you sleep, the unseen takes over, multiplying, moving, arranging, obeying. Then comes the morning. Do not think of morning as ordinary. Morning is command. Morning is authority. Morning is when the world has not yet decided your mood, your thoughts, your vibration. The slate is blank, and the first word written upon it becomes the law of the day. This is why I urge you, when you rise, before you check your phone, before you step into yesterday's worries, take your water, hold it, and decree again. Let your first word be law. Let your first sip be covenant. Let your first act be wealth. Night is planting. Morning is harvest. Night is seed. Morning is sprout. Night is decree. Morning is command. Together they form a rhythm, a circle, a law unbroken. Imagine this. Every night you plant in the soil of the subconscious. Every morning you water the seed with your voice. And as days pass, the tree of prosperity begins to rise, unshakable, fruitful, multiplied. But remember, as with all laws, consistency is key. You would not water a garden once and expect a forest. You would not plant a seed and then forget the soil. So too with the water law. Speak it every night, drink with faith, and repeat every morning. Soon, wealth will not be a guest. It will be a resident. Now pause and say this with me. At night I plant. In the morning I command. Wealth obeys both. Yes, let it settle into your being. And if you wish to anchor this further, write it below. At night I plant. In the morning I command. Every public decree strengthens the private one. And if you have not yet subscribed, do so now. For each teaching I share builds upon the last, until your mind, your words, your water, and your wealth are aligned as one. My beloved, let me tell you something most overlook. Water does not only carry your words, it carries your belief. Yes, it is true. When you hold a glass of water in your hand and speak into it, the water listens not only to your voice, but also to your vibration. It reflects your faith, your confidence, your certainty. It also reflects your doubt, your hesitation, your fear. This is why some decree and see instant results, while others decree and see nothing change. It is not the law that fails. The water law never fails. It is the faith behind the decree that determines the speed and the form of the return. Water is like a mirror of the soul. Have you ever looked into still water and seen your own face staring back? That same reflection happens on a spiritual level. When you decree into water, it reflects back to you the quality of your inner state. If you whisper, "I command wealth to flow to me by divine law, under grace," in perfect ways, with trembling doubt, the water mirrors that uncertainty and carries it back to you. But if you say it with calm authority, as one chosen, as one already provided for, the water mirrors that certainty and multiplies it as law. Do not let this discourage you. Let it empower you. For the water law is not testing you, it is training you. It is showing you, each night and each morning, whether you are speaking from lack or from wealth, from fear or from faith. So here is a practice I give to you. When you hold the water, take a breath. Settle yourself. Feel your feet on the ground. Feel heaven above you. Remember that you are chosen, and only then speak your decree. And if you ever wonder, did I speak with faith? Notice how your body responds. If your shoulders drop in peace, if your breath slows, if your heart feels open, then yes, your decree was alive with faith. But if you feel strain, tension, or desperation, then pause, breathe again, and speak once more, this time from the truth, not from fear. Say with me now, I speak from faith, not fear. My water carries only wealth, only truth. And if you wish, anchor this in writing. I speak from faith, not fear. Leave it as a testimony below, and watch how many others join you in declaring it. Beloved, never forget, your words are law, but your belief is the judge that enforces the law. Speak with power, and the water law responds with swiftness. Now, let me give you a mystery. Water never lies. If you want to know what you truly believe about wealth, listen to the way you speak into water. Do you sound like a beggar, or do you sound like an heir of heaven? Train yourself to sound like the heir you already are. For the truth is this: you are not pleading for wealth. You are commanding what has already been written for you. And if you have not yet subscribed, do so now. Each teaching builds upon the next, weaving together. Beloved, we have spoken of water as a carrier, as a multiplier, as a mirror. But now I tell you its greatest mystery. Water is also a messenger. Yes, every drop is a courier of divine law. When you decree into water, you are not merely talking to yourself. You are sending a message into the currents of life itself. Think of it. Your body is mostly water. Your cells swim in rivers of it. Your blood flows like hidden streams. When you drink decreed water, your message is not confined to your lips. It travels into your cells, telling them, you are wealthy, you are provided for, you are aligned. And your body obeys. Your posture shifts. Your tone changes. Your energy rises. Without even realizing it, You begin walking, talking, and carrying yourself as though you were already wealthy. And what happens then? The world responds. People notice. Opportunities approach. Doors open because you carry the signal of wealth in every breath. But it does not end there. For water does not only move inside you, it also moves beyond you. Every word you speak into water, every decree you pour into its memory, radiates outward like waves. Just as ripples spread across a pond, so your decree spreads into the field of possibility, touching people and places you have not yet met. Have you ever noticed how, after a strong decree, someone unexpected calls, or a forgotten debt is repaid, or a chance meeting leads to new opportunity? This is no accident. This is the water law acting as messenger, delivering your decree to the exact places it must go, ensuring it returns multiplied. This is why I say, do not doubt what you cannot see. You may speak into water tonight, and tomorrow an unseen chain of events has already begun. Now pause with me and declare, my water carries my message. Wealth hears me. The world obeys me. Yes. Say it until it feels alive inside you. And if you would strengthen your decree, write it below. My water carries my message, and wealth obeys. Beloved, I remind you, your decree is not whispered into emptiness. The unseen records it. The environment responds to it. The divine messengers carry it. And soon enough, your eyes will see what your lips commanded. This is why you must guard your decrees. Do not speak lack into water, for lack will also travel as messenger. Speak only abundance, only wealth, only truth, for these are the messages that return multiplied. And if this wisdom speaks to you, let me invite you to subscribe. Here you will learn not just one law, but many, woven together, building a fortress of wealth consciousness that nothing can shake. Now in our next revelation, I will show you why consistency in the water law is the bridge. Beloved, let us finish with the secret that transforms this practice from a passing miracle into a permanent law of your life. Consistency. A single decree into water is powerful. Yes, it can open doors, summon opportunity, even bring sudden wealth overnight. But I do not wish for you to experience passing glimpses of prosperity. I wish for you to live in permanent abundance. And permanence comes not by accident, but by rhythm. Think of the river. A single rainstorm fills it for a day. But when the storm passes, the river recedes. Yet a steady stream, flowing day after day, carves valleys, shapes mountains, and never dries up. Your decrees must be like the steady stream. If you decree into water once, you may see a miracle. But if you decree into water nightly and daily, you create a flow that cannot be reversed. You build a river that carries wealth to you again and again. This is the difference between those who taste prosperity and those who live in it. Those who taste make declarations occasionally, when they feel inspired or desperate. Those who live in it make declarations faithfully, whether or not they feel anything in the moment. For it is not emotion that sustains the river, but rhythm. Emotion may light the spark, but rhythm keeps the fire alive. Here is what I want you to do. Every night, before sleep, hold your water. Speak your decree clearly, calmly, confidently. Drink it with faith. And every morning, before the world reaches you, do the same again. Two acts, like two wings of a bird, lifting you higher and higher until you live above lack. Say with me now, I decree daily, I command consistently, my wealth is permanent. Yes, let those words settle deep, and if you would, write them as testimony. My wealth is permanent because my decree is consistent. Let the world see your commitment. Consistency is also protection. When storms come, when doubts whisper, when bills arrive, your rhythm shields you. Your daily decrees act as walls, as rares, as fire around your prosperity. Nothing can uproot what you have spoken faithfully day after day. Beloved, hear me clearly. The water law is not a one. The fifth word is the guardian of your wealth. It is the word enough. Most people unknowingly block the flow of abundance by declaring it's not enough. They look at their paycheck and sigh. They see their bank account and whisper lack. But every time they say not enough, they are writing a decree against themselves. Florence Scovel Shinn wrote, "By your word you are justified, and by your word you are condemned." And the phrase, not enough, is one of the most destructive incantations a person can utter. Yet when you reverse it, when you declare enough, something miraculous happens. Your energy shifts from lack to sufficiency, and sufficiency magnetizes surplus. Say it aloud with me now. I have enough. I earn enough. I am enough. This word repairs the leak in your prosperity container. Because abundance is not just about what comes in, it's about what stays. When you feel like nothing is enough, money slips through your fingers like water through a sieve. But when you claim enough, you seal the cracks. You become a steward, not a struggler. Let me tell you a story. A woman once complained to Florence, "No matter how much I make, it's never enough." Florence stopped her and said, "Then you will always live in the law of never enough. Change your decree." The woman began affirming daily, "I have enough. I always have enough. More than enough flows to me." Her anxiety eased. Her expenses decreased. And soon, her income increased, because the law could finally multiply what she honored as enough. This is why the word enough is sacred. It is not resignation. It is recognition. Recognition that what you have today is sufficient seed for tomorrow's harvest. I want you to pause and look around you. What in your life can you bless as enough right now? Your home, your clothes, your daily bread. Bless it, thank it, and then declare, "Because I honor the enough, I open the door to more." Type it in the comments. I have enough. I am enough. More than enough is mine. And as you write it, know this. When you treat enough as holy, the universe responds by flooding you with overflow. Subscribe if you haven't yet, because the next word is even more potent. It will show you how to shift not just your money, but your entire destiny. It is the word that transforms a seed into a garden and a whisper into a command. Stay with me. The river of abundance is still flowing. The sixth word is the multiplier. It is the word multiply. Some words attract, some words secure, but this word expands. It doesn't just bring money in. It commands money to increase, to stretch, to grow beyond its starting point. Florence Scovel Shinn often reminded her students, like attracts like, but the law of increase responds to praise. When you speak the word multiply, you activate the law of increase. You are no longer asking for addition. You are commanding multiplication. Think of it this way. If addition is a stream, multiplication is a flood. Addition is a trickle. Multiplication is an overflow. Addition satisfies for a moment. Multiplication sustains for generations. Say it boldly with me now. My money multiplies. My wealth multiplies. My opportunities multiply. Every time you speak it, you are not only blessing your current resources, you are calling forth their increase. Like seeds planted in soil. Money grows when it is commanded to multiply. A man once told Florence, "I receive money, but it disappears so quickly." She replied, "Then command it to multiply. Money will obey the voice of faith." He began saying daily, "What I have multiplies. What I give multiplies. What I spend returns multiplied." Soon, his small streams turned into rivers, and his rivers into oceans. Here's the truth. The universe is designed to multiply. Look at nature. One seed produces 1,000 stalks. One tree drops thousands of fruits. One spark creates a roaring flame. When you align with this principle, your wealth cannot help but multiply. So today, I ask you, what will you command to multiply? Your bank balance, your business, your influence, your joy? Type it in the comments. I command my money to multiply. Seal it with your declaration. Because the more you speak it, the faster the law goes to work. And while you write, I invite you to subscribe. Because in the next word, we unlock the final key, the seventh word that brings everything together. This last one isn't just about attracting or multiplying. It's about sealing, securing, and sustaining everything you've called forth. The seventh word is waiting. And once you know it, your prosperity decree will be complete. The seventh word is the seal. It is the word done. This may seem simple, but it is the most powerful closure you can give to your decree. Why? Because the universe does not respond to begging, to hesitation, or to half-belief. It responds to certainty. And the word done is the language of certainty. When Florence Scovel Shinn ended her prayers and affirmations, she often sealed them with, "It is done." Not "I hope it will happen," not "maybe someday," but done, finished, sealed. Complete in the unseen, awaiting its appearance in the seen. When you speak done, you close the gap between desire and manifestation. You no longer see your wealth as on its way. You see it as here, already signed, already delivered, already yours. Say it with me. My wealth is done. My prosperity is done. My abundance is done. This is not arrogance. It is alignment. It is confidence that the divine has already answered. A woman once wrote to Florence, "I pray every night for money, but nothing comes." Florence asked, "Do you ever finish your prayer with certainty? Do you ever say it is done?" The woman admitted she had always left her prayers open-ended. Florence told her, "You must close the door. Say, 'It is done,' and rest." Within days, unexpected money arrived at her door. The law is clear. What you decree with certainty cannot be denied. The universe reads "done" as final instructions. And when you speak it, the order is processed instantly in the unseen. So I want you to practice this right now. Think of something you are calling in: money, opportunity, a release from debt, a new door of favor. Speak your decree aloud. Then close your eyes and seal it with, "It is done." Type it in the comments. My wealth is done. It is permanent, multiplied, and mine now. As you do, remember this: the chain is now complete. 7 words that open, command, multiply, and seal your wealth. You have spoken the language the universe obeys. And if you haven't subscribed yet, this is your sign. Because ahead, we'll dive even deeper, showing you how to weave these words into daily rituals so they don't just bring a moment of blessing, but a lifetime of abundance. The 7th word has been spoken. The decree is sealed. The wealth is already yours. Imagine this. You wake up in the morning. The room is quiet, the day fresh. And before you even touch your phone, you reach for the greatest wealth tool you'll ever hold: your words. Here's how you use the 7 words together in a single daily ritual that Florence Scovel Shinn herself would have blessed. Begin with the first word: I am. Stand tall, breathe deep, and declare, "I am chosen for wealth." This sets your identity. You are not chasing money. Money is obeying you. Next, move to the second word: I have. Look around at what is already good, already yours. Say, I have abundance in my hands. I have blessings surrounding me. This tunes your mind to gratitude, which is the magnet for more. Then, step into the third word: I choose. This reclaims your authority. Say, I choose prosperity today. I choose favor. I choose divine increase. In that moment, you are not a victim of chance, but the author of your story. Fourth, speak the word command. Give the universe its orders. Say, I command money to flow. I command opportunities to appear. I command debts to dissolve. Feel the authority of your voice. It is law. Fifth, breathe into the word receive. Soften, open, allow. Say, I receive the wealth that has been prepared for me. I receive divine supply. This balances command with surrender, force with flow. Sixth, ignite the word multiply. Do not settle for addition. Say, what I have multiplies. What I give multiplies. My money multiplies now. You are aligning with nature's law of expansion. And finally, seal it with the 7th word: done. Clap your hands or place your hand over your heart and declare, it is done. My wealth is permanent, multiplied, and here now. When you do this sequence each morning, you're not just repeating affirmations. You're stepping into the courtroom of the universe and declaring your case with words that cannot be overturned. Florence said, a man's word is his wand. These 7 words are 7 strokes of that wand. Together, they craft a spell of certainty, gratitude, command, and faith. Try it tomorrow morning. Better yet, try it for 7 mornings straight. Watch how your inner world changes first, how confidence rises how fear quiets. And then watch how the outer world bends to your decree. I'd love for you to share this in the comments. Which of the 7 words do you feel you need most right now? Type it below, and when you do, you'll see how many others are walking this journey with you. Word by word, law by law. And if you've been following these teachings, but haven't subscribed yet, let this be the moment. Because each video is not just a lesson. It's another piece of your wealth blueprint, designed to unlock what's already written in your destiny. The ritual is complete. 7 words, 1 decree, infinite supply. It's one thing to speak affirmations in the quiet of your room. It's another to hold the line when the bill lands in your mailbox, when the debt collector calls, or when a risky decision in business stares you in the face. This is where the 7 words prove their true power, not just as poetry, but as practical law. Let's begin with bills. Most people open their bills with dread. They sigh. They say, "I can't afford this." And in doing so, they send out an invoice to the universe that reads, "Send me more lack." But you will not be one of them. When you see that bill, use the first 3 words. Say, "I am wealthy. I have supply. I choose to pay with joy." Then add, "I command money to return multiplied. I receive the blessing behind this bill. My money multiplies as it leaves. It is done." You've just transformed payment into prophecy. Now let's talk about business decisions. Maybe you're thinking about an investment or launching something new. Fear whispers, "What if I fail?" Here's where you lean on the words. Say, "I am guided. I have wisdom. I choose the path aligned with divine law." Then, "I command favor on this decision. I receive unseen support. What I touch multiplies. It is done." Now your choice isn't just human effort. It is charged with divine partnership. And what about unexpected challenges? The broken car, the sudden medical bill, the client who vanishes? Most collapse into panic. You will rise into decree. Say, "I am protected. I have endless supply. I choose peace instead of fear." Then, "I command this situation to resolve in my favor. I receive the provision already on its way. My supply multiplies beyond this challenge. It is done." Do you see the pattern? The 7 words are not just a ritual. They are your emergency kit, your wealth compass, your shield and sword. Every situation that looks like lack becomes the stage for law. Here's your assignment. The next time money moves through your hands, whether leaving or arriving, pause and speak at least 3 of the words. Seal it with "done," and watch how quickly the energy shifts, both inside you and in the outer circumstance. Drop a comment right now. What real-life situation are you going to apply the 7 words to first? It might be a bill, a purchase, a decision. Type it below. Because speaking it out plants the decree in both your life and the lives of others who read it. And remember, this channel is building a family of decree speakers. If you want to walk this journey daily, Subscribe now, because each video is another training ground where you sharpen your words until lack has no place left to stand in your life. With the 7 words, you don't just react to life. You command it, you multiply it, you complete it, and you live in wealth that no challenge can erase. Take a deep breath. Everything we've spoken until now has been preparation. But in this moment, we will activate it fully. This is the final decree, the union of all 7 words. I want you to whisper them, then speak them louder, and finally, claim them as law. Are you ready? Repeat after me. I am wealthy. I have endless supply. I choose abundance. I command wealth to obey. I receive multiplied riches. It is done. 7 words, 7 doors, 7 laws that bend reality in your favor. Florence Scovel Shinn taught that words are not idle. They are not empty sounds. They are living forces. And when you align your words with divine law, life has no choice but to mirror them back. So from this day forward, never let casual speech undo what your decrees have built. Every whisper, every thought, every declaration, let it carry the tone of wealth. Because the universe does not filter your words, it takes them as orders. Say it again with conviction. I am wealthy. I have supply. I choose abundance. I command wealth. I receive riches. It is done. Type it in the comments below to seal it publicly. Because what is written is strengthened. And when you speak and write together, you double the law's momentum. And if you're new here, this is the moment to subscribe. Because the journey doesn't end here. It begins here. Each video builds on the last, teaching you how to speak the unseen language of wealth until prosperity becomes permanent. Remember this always. Your words are the wealth signal. The 7 words you now carry are not just affirmations. They are divine commands. They are your spiritual inheritance, and with them, you will never walk in lack again. It is done. It is permanent. It is multiplied, and it is yours.